I hope y'all can nest double E, cause I need your eyes on me. Once I get my feet in this end zone, no one can STOP. Can I make a scene like a movie, feeling big, keep it juicy before we start getting unruly. I've been hooping like a hoolie, keep it coolie before I stuff you in a locker like a bully. Like a bully in the work, you can see my fingernail dirt. I'm the last one to leave, even when I come first. Yeah, you might want it bad, but I'm sure I want it worse. I'ma do it cause I love it, I'ma love it till it hurts. What's the worst that can happen, Captain? I'm strapped in, no I'm not crazy, I'm just tapped in. Hungry like a bastard, I'm about that action, no slacking. Well, I'm sorry, Miss Jackson, cause here come the pain. No one to call up for help, no one to blame but yourself. You should've known better, however you did it, so we had to come ring your bell. Like I need a ward, wait until I score, make it rain till it pour. I'm a dog on fours, put in work like a chore till I'm underneath the floor, in the trenches like a war. If they wanna give them more, when I touch down, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touch down, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touch down, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touch down, touchdown, touchdown. 4th down, 4 yards, put it all on the line. I am not worried cause it is our time. I hear the crowd in the background, man, they just wanna see me shine. For the hell of it, it's irrelevant. You lacking the intelligence to make it make sense. We gon' manifest whatever we came to get. That's a little money and a trophy and nothing they gon' respect. We don't care who the best, we don't worry who was next. We gon' put them boys to rest like a 10 feet of bed. I'm ahead of the rest like I came without a net. They gon' say it under breath, I'ma say it with my chest. I got it wrapped like a toga.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the San Francisco 49ers and the Washington Commanders. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go, here we go. Hey, check that, street. Go.
Now a first carry here for Robinson. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, this defense for the Niners, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. But I believe them.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
They'll run with Gibson.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Didn't get it by much, but bottom line got the first down. Avoiding that 3 and out. How vital is that on the first drive?
To me, it's like the first round of a boxing match. You know, it may not mean much right then and there, but you'd rather not lose it, right? So you want to go ahead and get it, kind of establish something early, and hope it can carry through.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
They'll go again with Gibson. And he'll get maybe a couple, if that, up to the 46.
But that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through. And has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice, sustained series to begin the game, and it will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
2nd down and a run by Robinson.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There was absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. They'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
Ready? Seven Pirates.
He'll drop to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs.
Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out.
And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Step, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Montez Sweat, the man that time to fight in and drop him.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their 2nd down call is going to look like now.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
And this drive was almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. In motion comes the tight end left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Come on, come on. Hey. Check contact. We're Ryan.
They'll try and throw for it here. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the fourth down play to result in 23 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll throw.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
He'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10.
Check pass, check pass. Check, hurt, hurt.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, that play there was certainly a scouting report special because coverage was all too aware that this close to the end zone, he's going to become a bigger weapon for that offense. And they were there to help force the incompletion.
Here we go, set. Stephanie Ranger, Stephanie Ranger. 18 runners.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out.
And the Commanders come through with a 4th down stand. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense.
He's got a man complete.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And that's how you start a drive because they had this play in their back pocket, waiting for the right time to unleash it. And boy, did they pick the right opportunity. Unleashed it big time, and that was also a big-time throw.
And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
Hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 3rd down, here's Gibson.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. And the first play will be a field goal try. This is an easy one, 23-yarder. Sly able to put this one through. And the Commanders get out to a 3-0 lead. So after drive number 3 here, we have a score, and it's 3 points after the field goal.
I would say the feeling out process for both these teams, I'd say it's over, partner. Everyone understands what's going on now. You've kind of probed a little bit. Now you want to start throwing the big shots. First 3 points up on the board could be significant.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. On play action, they'll throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. McCaffrey running up the middle. He'll take this to the 46.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Here's 2nd and 8. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Commanders are going to have it here at their own 15. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They'll set up to throw. And he completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A first down there on a pickup at 25.
And a nice call and really good execution there because they gave him a little bit of a different launch angle perhaps, you know. You don't want to have the quarterback dropping back 5 to 7 steps on every play and have the defense zero in on it. There you hope that you get your defense going one way. They send him the other, and they picked up nice yardage with that completion.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now a throw here, hauled in. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. A reminder coming up in a couple of minutes' time. We'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman, the coach in our EA Sports studios. They'll have a look back at the next-gen stats from this first half of action. Again, it's Robinson. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. Call it a gain of 14 for the second play in a row.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Here we go,
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Check pass, check pass.
Back to throw. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Curtis Samuel, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Joey Sly on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They'll look to throw now on first down. On the move to his left. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. They'll look to throw. Looking for the out route, and he's got it. It's complete to McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Back to throw again. Open man is Ayuk, complete. Touchdown! Brandon Ayuk. As the first half is winding down. And the 49ers are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And leading 10-7, they may just want to get this to the locker room.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Give him a couple on the run there. It'll be 2nd and 13. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon.
The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
From Commander's territory now, it's 1st and 10
at the 43. They'll set up a throw.
He's got this complete to Ayuk on the out route. He'll get it inside the 20.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The run only got it. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Cut 19! Cut 19! Top row 18! Panther 11! Panther 11! All right, 70!
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle A 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the 49ers have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
Here we go.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. He'll look to throw. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Diamador Lenore. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football.
Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Second and 14. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Got his target, Samuel. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel, 30 yards. And the Niners take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. So the offense back out now, coming off its first interception of the game the last time out, trying to reestablish some momentum here, Charles. But they're trailing defensively. Maybe these guys smelling the blood in the water a little bit.
Yeah, I think that they probably are, but what they need to do right now is just make sure they don't force the action too much themselves. They've got them on the run a little bit. You just want to be in a position where if they make another mistake, you're there to capitalize on it and take it away from them.
The throw over the middle, taken in.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now back to throw. Open man is Samuel, complete.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes You're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
This pass complete to McLaurin going across the middle. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That one goes for 24 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
They'll run with Gibson.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
60 Wildcat, 60 Wildcat, 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers, 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
It's here when he gets to the sideline, already thrown an interception.
Pick on the opening drive, second drive, not much better. They've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
Left side 19. Hurry, hurry, hurry.
He'll drop to throw. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
That looked great when he first took off because, in my mind, there was room to run, and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
It's a quarterback sneak. Try to wedge his way in there. No signal. I don't think he got there. He didn't. They try the sneak, but not enough push. He doesn't get in. And instead of having a 1-score game, they'll remain 2 scores down. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Back to throw now in his own end zone. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters in the books.
Come on, come on. Set.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. Up the gut, McCaffrey.
And he's going to have a Niners first down as he gets this up past the 30.
And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
63 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Back to the ground on first, it's McCaffrey. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
There's a reason the number 4 was flashing through my mind when he let that one go. 3 touchdowns already in his back pocket. The deep ball's been a great weapon for him in this one. Unfortunately, empty on that attempt.
Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
And the Niners are going to take possession of the football.
If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground. And now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Throw left side complete. That's Whitaker.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
They'll look to throw again. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out.
And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs.
So that's the second time this game they've given it up on fourth down. They're now 1 for 3 on fourth down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on fourth down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've stopped them 2 out of 3 times. Usually you have fourth down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go and you think are going to be successful. Not so far in this game.
It's a gain of 34.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw.
That's going to be caught downfield by McLaurin.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
34 yards to gain that time, another first down.
Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go band of brothers thought process. No one left behind, no pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts
as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Here's the option. Running right.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey. And he's going to get this all the way down to Washington's 7-yard line. 13 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific Charles in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up. So the victory here for San Francisco, and this not only